Hi everybody, it's Tina Plackinger. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today, where I usually read out of Treading on Serpents, which is the daily devotional that I wrote and got it published a couple of years ago for those who are bullied, gang-stalked, and or harassed. It doesn't mean that I know everything, and it doesn't mean that I don't have my own sludge that I have to move through, because I do have that. I just figure there's so much of that in this community and this way of life that I don't want to, bring it on film. I would rather jump into the solution and share some things. I've been at this for 18 years now. And I figure if I can bring something to you that it will help you get through the day, because it is one day at a time. I just don't say that at the end of my videos just to fill in, space. It is one day at a time. Yes, we all like to plan and try to make sure that we're all ready for the catastrophe of whatever it is that's going to fall upon us. But really, it's one day at a time. Yeah, okay, I'll just go ahead and say it. Thank you, Jesus. I prayed before I sat down. First of all, here I go and see these, here's a different topic. Me doing these videos is something that God wants me to do. Yeah, after a long, quiet weekend, sitting and editing the book and getting all wrapped up with the Canadian publishers. I'm sorry that I had to go to another country because I love this country. I am American, but I couldn't get anybody to publish the book, so I had to self-publish it in another country where someone else published a gang-stalking book on electronic harassment and that sort of thing. So this is something this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Even though I might think that it's not that big of a deal, and but it is. It is, because you see, for 15 years I didn't talk to anybody. So I was gang stalked back in the day when there weren't YouTube videos on gang stalking and targets, and I didn't even have a word for it. I knew something was going on because overnight my world changed. Overnight. It wasn't just like, oh, yeah, I've been targeted ever since I've come out of the womb, sort of a thing, like a real aha moment. It wasn't like that, okay? And I wasn't targeted out of the womb, okay? My life was somebody called me a tall poppy the other day. A tall poppy. So, yeah. And mine changed overnight. So I was out there, there was nothing to look up. I mean, I didn't have a name. I was trying to figure out what it was. It was heavy. It was huge. It was big. It was, yanked me out of a place where I lived for 10, 12 years and got me down at the junkyards of all places. So, yeah, and I didn't, I wasn't raised that cops, that there were bad cops, and I knew nothing about secret societies or any of that stuff. None of that stuff. Wasn't, so, yeah, somebody that knew me back in the day had told me, why you? Well, why would they want to bring down a soldier when they can have a general? So anyways, not talking for 15 years did a lot of damage, and I am here by experience, and a lot of you have watched me. I started doing this 2 years ago, and was very tongue-tied. All I could do is keep my head down in the book and read, okay? I am getting better, but there are things that are not repaired yet, and those things are being a good storyteller, which I always was. I mean, I was always the one with the jokes and the good stories. And, I'd have, here's my thought, okay, and then I verbalize it and express it. I've been able to pretty much work that out. It's not 100% like it used to be, because I get lost for words and that sort of a thing, but I've gotten a lot better in the 2 years that I've been doing my videos. Okay, where I cannot go yet, which I'm hoping, because, Jesus can repair all things, is that I'm able to have a thought, okay, put it into words, take you around the block and give you the detour route, okay, and then come on back to the point of my thought and discuss it. That circuit is broken. That circuit's broken. It's fragmented. The fragmented thing that goes on with high drama, abuse, trauma-based mind control. And so I'm trying to repair that, and I guess I just want to tell you how grateful I am that you like my videos, nothing fancy or special, and I get such good feedback from people. It's just, it's amazing what God can do when He has you in a tight, miserable spot and you agree to listen to Him and to do what He tells you to do. That's how this book came about. This book is to help you. Yeah, and there's all kinds that are targeted. All kinds. There's, maybe I'll put the link underneath. If you're sensitive to foul language, don't go to it. But I decided to YouTube my name yesterday, and there was a woman that had 2 videos. One was she had just gotten out of jail, and it's just a 3-minute video. And then another one is like a minute long. And, she is, fighting and slaying the dragons of, the stuff that I did when I was first gang stalked in L.A. That going to jail. Man, that was a big thing. They loved to do that to me. They would get me out of my vehicle and they would frisk me, and then they would ask me why I had $10 up here and another $20 in my back pocket, and they were accusing me of being a working girl down there, and a lot of it was just it was. And then they would find something, and throw me in jail so that the rest of the crew, cops and robbers, okay, could get into my storage unit and steal guns and all kinds of stuff. Man, they knew they were going to get a high quality shipment several times from me. So she's going through that. And it's pretty amazing. And then I got another guy who used to work for Microsoft. Brilliant dude. I mean, I'm always attracted to people who are not like me. Some people say, oh, you got to find somebody that you are the same. No, you don't. I don't want to be with somebody like me. Boy, would that be boring for me. So anyways, this guy, he used to, make boards, motherboards and all kinds of things. He worked for Microsoft, and, he's targeted, and he's targeted while he has stage 4 cancer of the lungs. So I think I have it bad. I listen to that and see that. I mean, I complain about things that people don't know that go on in my life. You see, I can't get anybody over here to repair anything. So when I can't get a plumber to repair something, then what's going to happen is the toilet drips, and now I have black mold, and I have to deal with black mold now. Let's see, what's the other big thing that happened last week? Okay, I went and forgot that when I mail a letter to not, push the button for the window to go down on my truck. I forgot, about 5 years ago I had that, glass place, Safe Light or whatever they call it. They come out and they're supposed to fix your window for you at your house. Well, I can't get anything done. So, not in this community. And so it was never done right. Well, I don't know. I guess I was just spaced out the other morning. And I lowered the window, and dang it, the thing went into the door. So I had to come home, and it's like, okay, now do I take off that door panel and pull that window back up and pull it up and leave it up and chance that, or leave the window down where I can go in and out of the door? Well, it's winter out here, you know. There's animals that come on my property at night. You know, I don't know. I don't want certain things to be in the truck. So I took the panel off and I pulled the window up and I got it up, and now the door doesn't work, you know. I got the door shut, but it ain't opening and it's not doing anything. So in order for me to now drive the truck, I got to either crawl through the back or the other door or the other. I got to stay in shape, guys. I got to stay in shape because, you know, I chose to live in the country. I chose this. I'm a city girl, you know, and I struggle. I struggle with everything I do, but I'm very grateful because I have a roof over my head, see, and if anything ever happens, you know, by God, I got an acre of land. If I had to pitch a tent on it, I could. So, in that respect, that's very cool, especially coming from somebody who was on the streets in a vehicle for a long time, and it's not cool to be on the public roads. It isn't, because, you know, nobody wants a homicide or terrible things to happen on their private property. So if you can get somebody to let you park your vehicle on a private property, your chances of anything really bad going on are low, because the people don't want to be involved in that. You know, they might allow the spying or a couple of other things to go on, but they don't want homicides and stuff like that to happen on their property. But if they got you on the public streets in your vehicle, in an RV or anything like that, well, it's a whole nother story. So, the color of my lipstick today is Let Go. It's not letting go. It's let go, which means it's an action. It's not a process, letting go. It's an action. We let go of anger. We let go of being a victim. We let go of chaos. Sometimes, because my life is so boring out here, I want to get involved and jump in somebody else's chaos and help. Just because I'm so bored. I do much better when I'm under fire. You know, when I walk outside and the demons start screaming and hollering because they can't stand my presence because I change the atmosphere. Okay. I'm in a very old, ancient, territorial principality area, if you can put all those words together and figure out what I'm trying to say. I am. This is Georgia. I'm in the deep south. I shouldn't be here. But the Lord's got me here, and He's got me protected. So, but I do much better when I'm actually in the midst of it and I'm slaying dragons. I like when you know, there are reactions and things going on around me and stuff, because it keeps me on my toes, and I do much better. When nothing is going on, I start getting antsy. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior at heart. And so I got to be careful with that. But we let go of chaos. We let go of confusion. This is for somebody, guys. We let go of denial. We let go of fear. We let go of guilt. We let go of need to control. Hello. Anybody out there? We need to let go of the need to control. The letting go of perfection. Oh my goodness gracious. Letting go of perfection. Letting go of resistance. Letting go of sadness. Sadness. Boy, I can wallow in the sadness of missing Vinny. I can walk around here all day long and say, my buongiorno, I miss you so much. You used to love this weather. It's Christmas time. It's going to be the first Christmas in 8 or 9 years that you're not here, I called him Buongiorno because he was my Buongiorno all day long. He was my good morning. And for me to not let go of sadness keeps me stuck and his spirit stuck. Well, it doesn't say that in the Bible. Nah, it doesn't. But that's just how I feel. So, my lipstick is called Let Go, not Letting Go. Let go. It's a process. It's a process. December 21st. Today's the first day of winter, by the way. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. That comes from 2 Corinthians 4, 8-9. If you don't know that one, write it down. Keep it in your back pocket. Put it in your purse. Not that you go anywhere. So stick it on a mirror on your refrigerator. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's for us. Today's thought is, at this point, I know I can make it. Okay, thank you for joining me today. We stay in the fight. We focus on Jesus. I don't just say these things. We focus on Jesus. He's the Prince of Peace. We live one day at a time, and together we can do this thing. Thank you very much for joining me, listening to me, allowing me to talk, and giving me feedback. I really appreciate you. God bless you, and I will see you soon.